What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 9, I think, of the Frontline Film Podcast. Big week. Big week for us. No big movies came out this week that we really cared to talk about, but it's big for other reasons. We literally just finished watching the Oscars, the 97th Academy Awards. And for big movie boys like us, we always love watching and seeing who wins and watching the speeches and whatever stupid like comedy bits and jokes they have and performances. So, um, big week. We're about to cover like literally all of the Oscars. What we agree with, what we disagree with. Um, yeah, we're just gonna recap everything, and then of course we got some news and some trailers, and we're gonna react to Severance. So lots of exciting stuff this episode. So be sure to stick around and give us a like and comment and sub and follow and all the fun stuff. Landon, say hello. Is your voice any better?
Yeah, my voice actually is a little bit better.
A little bit,
A
not
little
much.
bit. It's not as bad as it has been,
Mm, yeah,
but yeah, no, it's fine. It's good enough to do a podcast and
yeah.
talk about the Oscars.
Woo! All right. So I literally have a list right here in the order that they were presented. We're just gonna kind of roll through them, see what we think. See if you can help me remember everything. So they started the night off with Best Supporting Actor, and it was Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. Now, I know you did not watch this. I literally just watched it last week because they just put it on Hulu. Um, I'm not just crazy about the movie, but Kieran Culkin is very, 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 very good. He delivers a very unique performance that's both like really funny and really, really heartbreaking. Uh, yeah, nah, he's really good. I can't even really remember who else was nominated in this category. Who was it? Like Jeremy Strong,
Dude
uh,
from Menora,
the dude from Ouroboros, yeah,
Guy Pearce,
Guy Pearce, yeah, no,
and somebody else. I can't remember.
it's okay. But I definitely think out of all the guys nominated, Kieran Culkin was the best performance. And if you watched A Real Pain, I feel like you'd agree with me. It's not a bad movie. It's just the subject matter is just a little deep and dark, kind of. So, but yeah, no. Shout out Kieran Culkin. He always gives a fun, entertaining speech. He's gonna put a bunch of babies in his wife.
Dude,
Good for him.
that
That was a funny
was it.
speech.
That was a pretty good speech.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. You know, he he's a good dude, I think, and that's just somebody you root for to win. So good for him.
And I believe he's in Succession, right?
Yeah.
And I know he's won a ton of awards for Succession. So, yeah, very solid actor. Um, all right. Next, the next big award given out was for animated feature film. And Flow came out as the winner. It was nominated up against like Wild Robot, Inside Out, Wallace and Gromit, and something else. Um, again, I saw Flow. You did not. After you said you would, you need to watch it. It's just an hour and a half. It's on Hulu, or HBO. Very good, but I'm very glad that this won best animated film. I definitely think it was the best animated movie last year for sure. Um, like literally no dialogue at all. It's literally like the animation speaks for itself and tells the story. It's very, very unique animation that I've never seen before. And if you watched it, I know you would agree. But yeah, no, I'm pumped. Flow won. I know a lot of people might think Wild Robot should have won. But Wild Robot's a fantastic movie. I'm not gonna lie, I loved that movie too. But Flow is was definitely the best one, and you need to get on it and watch it. It's a great little any time of day watch, hour and a half, no dialogue, just pretty visuals and a really sweet little story. Plus, you have the cat wherever
Yeah,
he is.
he's running around somewhere.
Maybe he'll
Um,
run back in.
I thought this was a The only thing that I haven't heard really anything about was Memoir of a Snail.
Oh yeah, that's what
Um,
it was.
but I feel like this was actually a strong category. Like I feel like Flow, like everything I heard is great. Wild Robot was fantastic. Inside Out 2 was great. And Wallace and Gromit was great. So I feel like it was like a strong category.
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't have been mad with anybody like winning it. But everything like leading up to this, especially after like the Golden Globes and everything, like Flo is gonna be the obvious winner.
Mhm.
And look, he's right there. There he is.
Pick him up.
He's playing with I'm not getting him.
Nugget,
Um,
congrats on your
yeah,
Oscar.
congrats, Nugget, on your Oscar. Um, but yeah, no, it was very cool to see us. They were so excited to be there. They were so
Who they
excited to be
were.
a
Yeah, they
part
were
of it.
awesome. And first ever Academy Award for Latvia for a
Yeah.
film from Latvia. So good for them.
Can you hear that? Is that
No,
loud? Okay.
not really.
He's messing with a bag.
No, he's just very excited. You know, he's partying. He's
Yeah.
partying after his win. Let's see what we got next. Goodbye, Nugget. Um, Best costume design. That went to Wicked, right?
Yes.
I will say I think that's definitely the second best choice. Obviously, we both think Nosferatu should have won, and hell, I think Dune should have been nominated. Um, but I'm not upset with Wicked. I mean, the costumes were good. Like a movie like that doesn't work unless you have killer costumes, and I mean, obviously they're like very Broadway, you know, inspired by the play and everything, but they're still, I mean, it still looks good. So I'm not just too upset. I do wish Nosferatu would have won, but
Yeah, I'm the same way. Not gonna complain about Wicked personally. I thought they did a very good job. Nosferatu though, like literally took my breath away with the costume design. I thought they did such a good job. Like it's really hard to like compliment. Wicked did a really good job at it too, and I get like them winning, but Nosferatu did such a good job on a movie that was just so like grayscale, black, white, gray was like the main colors. And they said they did such a good job with the costumes with those colors specifically. And Wicked did a great job too. The palette is beautiful in that movie, and it really did it justice. And um, Cynthia Erivo's like black, dress is a very like contrast to it, so they do a really good job with that. Not mad about Wicked. Nosferatu does deserve some credit for like what they did with that movie. Um, yeah, Nosferatu I wish, but not mad with Wicked either.
yeah, I'm not too mad about that either. And we can go ahead and skip to it. Wicked also won Best Production Design as well. Honestly, deservingly so. Like
Yeah,
the big dance numbers and everything,
yeah,
like everything looked good. I can't remember if Dune was nominated or not. Dune had great production design, but you know, whatever. I think Wicked is, you know, deserving of that as well. I
hmm
think those are the two awards that Wicked won, and I think those are two fair awards to
yeah,
give to Wicked. So
absolutely.
shout out Wicked. We both loved Wicked. I'm glad it got some recognition tonight. And also talking about Wicked, bro. That opening performance of Ariana and Cynthia, oh my God, bro, chills. I
Yeah,
saw
they were
people all
great.
over Twitter like saying that was like the best intro for any Oscars of our lifetime. Like it was really good, dude. Regardless of what you think about them and like how cringy they've kind of been on the press tour and everything, dude, that was an incredible performance.
Yeah, man, two super, super talented singers, and it really felt like they were singing like lip singing to like a track or something. They're that good. It sounded just like the movie. They're incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they were both great. Um, so the next awards, they were for the screenplays, original screenplay and adapted screenplay. Original screenplay was for Honora. And screenplay, for those of you that don't know, is basically like the writing,
Hmm.
the script. Yes, 100%. If this movie was a lock for anything, it's the writing. And whenever you do see it, I know you haven't seen it. Whenever you see Honora, you will understand like it is an unbelievable like writing. It's just people yelling at each other and stuff for 2.5 hours. It's chaotic and it's written very, very well. Very funny, kind of heartbreaking and emotional, but um I'm stoked that this one. I'm stoked that Anora had the night that it did, but we'll keep talking about that later. And then for adapted screenplay, it was Conclave. I didn't see Conclave, so I can't really say much. I think that was the only award Conclave won tonight, but um, that's one of the few like big movies that I have not gotten to watch. But you need to watch Anora. It's very, very good. I don't know if it's on streaming yet, but it is replaying in some theaters, so maybe you can check it out.
Um, I will say that they played a Hulu commercial and it said it was on Hulu, but I would imagine you have to pay for it. I don't know.
I don't know. Could be.
Like there was a Hulu commercial and it said it had Nora, so
Hmm. I'm looking real quick. Anora.
I don't have Hulu on my phone. But yeah, actually there were some people
No,
um
it's not.
saying that, Conclave didn't win as many awards as they thought, but obviously that's probably because Nora had a really big night. So
Yeah. Did have a big night. Um, so those are both of the screenplays. Uh, what's next? Film editing. That was also a Nora. Great edited movie. Um, Makeup and hairstyling. What did that go to? I can't remember.
substance.
Makeup. That was the substance. That was the substance. Um, yes. I mean, I probably would have given it to Nosferatu, just for Bill Skarsgård's look alone, but the substance. Yeah, no, I'm not upset about it at all. That's an awesome movie, and what they were able to pull off with like the practical effects and makeup and everything, very, very good. That's another movie you need to watch. Very, very good movie, and
I
I'm glad
wish,
it
yeah, I
won.
wish Nosferatu would have won like both categories it was nominated for. Maybe it was three it was nominated for. Um, Set design was the other one, production, whatever it was.
I don't.
Um, to go back to what was the one you just did before? Oh, editing, editing. I'm not gonna like. One thing I tell people is like, if it wins and I haven't seen it, I'm not gonna say anything about it because I didn't see it. But I can give my opinions about things that maybe should have been nominated. And I thought Challenger should have been nominated for film editing. I thought that the editing in that movie is very, very good. Um, so yeah, and that also should have came up. Have we gotten the score and song yet, or
No,
do we
we'll
skip
get to
that?
that, but yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no, just saying.
Um, so yeah, Honora for film editing, Substance for makeup and hairstyling, deservingly so. And then we get actress in a supporting role, supporting actress. I'm brain farting. Who won that?
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. Yeah, that's why I didn't remember. I mean, shout out Zoe Saldana. I saw like Jeff D'Lo tweeted. He was like, good for her. She's got like the number one and two and three and five and six movies highest grossing, on her resume. Why not add an Oscar to it? And apparently she actually is kind of good in the movie. So, you know, I don't really care about that movie, but we like Zoe Saldana, so I mean, I guess good for her. We'll give her claps. Best sound went to Dune.
Rightfully so.
Oh, let's go. That movie
Rightfully
sounds
so.
sick. The
Yeah.
sound of him riding the worm alone
Yes.
is deserving enough of an Oscar. Just that
Absolutely.
scene. Unreal movie that we could just harp on for days and days, and it should have won literally everything. But hopefully, when the third one comes out, it will sweep similar to Lord of the Rings fashion. 'Cause I don't think the first two hardly won anything, and then Return of the King like swept. So hopefully it'll get that same treatment. I think it deserves it. But um, it also won Best Visual Effects.
Hmm.
Best Visual Effects for Dune, obviously deservingly so. There were some great movies nominated with like Planet of the Apes and I think Alien
Yep.
Romulus, and I can't remember some of the others, but Dune Part Two, yeah, no, it was the best looking movie last year, 100%. We'll talk about other categories that it was snubbed in, but at least it won two Oscars. I think like it didn't win less Oscars than Amelia Perez. It tied it, so I'm not that upset. They both won
Um,
two.
Yeah, man, people are gonna look back, and even you can look on social media now. Like people are very we everyone's thinking the same thing that Dune Part Two not winning for a lot of different things, from director to best picture to Timothy
Score?
Chalamet not even being like nominated for that movie, which like it is what it is. But hopefully with Dune Messiah, they'll just push it back later in the year so people don't forget about it or go and watch it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Apparently the since like fans have been so, vocal about Dune 2, like Denny pushed it forward on his like schedule. So they're starting to shoot Dune 2, I think like this summer or something, and it's eyeing a release for next year, end of next year. So hopefully, we get Dune 3 in the next like year and a half or 2 years. So that would be sick. I know we're stoked for that one. Best original song went to El Mal for Amelia Perez. Whatever. I don't care. Let's see. Production design, we said that was Wicked. International feature film was I'm Still Here. I never saw that, but I did hear like great things about it.
I've heard.
It got nominated for I think Best Picture as well, and
Yeah,
um, uh, didn't Fernanda Torres? She got
she
nominated.
did. I heard she was like a dark horse to win Best Actress.
Yeah, I
So
mean I don't know. I didn't see it,
I've
but
heard it's incredible. I've heard that like, and they said tonight, which I don't know if this is right. This would be actually crazy for Best International Film. That was like the first one for Brazil.
it's been Brazil's been nominated 5 times. I think it said this was the first one. Yeah.
Good for them. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard great things about that movie, and her Fernanda Torres performance is apparently just unreal.
Yeah.
So
Good for them.
congrats.
Um, what's next? Cinematography went to Brutalist. Brutalist, which, I mean, yeah. Obviously, I think Dune had the best cinematography last year, and then I think Nosferatu had the second best cinematography last year. I don't even think it was nominated. Neither one of them were nominated, which is just a damn shame. But The Brutalist was a good, like, looking movie, a good shot movie. Um, I mean, it kept you captivated for 3.5 hours over a kind of, uneventful story, just a drama. But some of the shots and the way it was made, like, looked great. So I'm not too upset about that. I do think some movies were snubbed in the noms, um, but is what it is.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Dune and Nosferatu both not being nominated is a crime. Um, but yeah, no, Brutalist, I remember telling you like it's just the way the camera is it just like I've never like the same thing you just said. Like the story is not anything that's gonna be like, wow, what a story, right? Like, but the way it's shot is just awesome. And the lighting is perfect. When they use the absence of lighting, it's perfect. When they have like, dude, there are different parts of the movies. It felt like a different movie with the color grading.
Yeah,
Like it was very bright the first time they went up to the hill, and by the end of the movie, it's just rainy, gray, all that. It feels like a different movie, man. It's just really good. Um, and I'm not mad at that one. I think
yeah,
that is a well-deserved win
yeah. And
for sure.
another win for The Brutalist as well was for best score. It did have a good score. I don't think it though. It was a top three score last year. Um, we could go on and on and on about it. But Hans Zimmer not being nominated for Dune is an absolute war crime. I think out of every nomination in every category, I think this is the biggest snub is no Hans Zimmer for Dune Part 2. That score is unreal. Like unreal. Every time I hear it, unreal. I saw Hans Zimmer live a couple weeks ago and he opened with Dune. Oh my God, I cannot begin to describe just the chills that run through my body. Like, I'm very, very pissed that it did not even get nominated, much less win. Challengers had an elite score last year. Um, it should have been nominated. The Substance, I believe, was nominated. Maybe I can't remember, but The Substance was a great score as well. I'm not mad the Brutalist one. It did have a good score, but man, they messed up by not at least recognizing Hans Zimmer and um, uh, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross for challengers.
Yeah, no, they how is it possible? Okay, you picked the Brutalist. Fine, whatever, not a bad score. Okay. You can it would like I wouldn't even been as mad if they forgot one or the other. How do you leave off both Dune and Challengers?
Yeah,
That's unreal. And you see it all over Twitter. All over Twitter, both of those scores were all over the place. And why do you sit here and you're telling people like, all right, we're gonna give the award to the best, right? You didn't have either of the best two nominated.
yeah,
You went 0 for 2. You forgot both of them.
yeah. No, it's just a bunch of idiots that vote that hardly even watch the movies, as we've seen the past couple weeks on Twitter and their interviews and stuff. Just makes me mad, but is what it is. We can't change that. But I mean, Brutalist, yeah, good score. Definitely should have been Hans or challengers,
Also,
but
want to say this too, like I do love Dune 2 score too, but like the Challengers is so unique. How is that not on there?
yeah, yeah.
How is that not? Because you made an excuse for Dune 2. They made an excuse to not put him on there. The Challengers that for Challengers they just didn't put him on there, which I think is worse.
Oh wait, the Substance wasn't even nominated, so the best three scores weren't even nominated. Unreal. Whatever.
You made an
Uh,
excuse for Dune 2, and then you say, yeah, Challengers was whatever. How? What?
yeah, I don't know.
Dude, that's
Uh,
the yeah, yours. That might have been
ugh.
the worst category of the night.
Yeah, no, it was. I remember texting you. I said I don't care. Like as soon as they started. Um, and then the last award for the Brutalist went to Mr. Adrian Brody, for Best Actor. Yes, I agree. Um, regardless of what you think about the movie, whether you think may be kind of long and boring, there's no denying his greatness in this movie. I already think he has one of the greatest acting performances of all time in The Pianist, and this was basically kind of a follow up to that. Um, he was great in the movie. I know it was like a race between him and Timmy C, because Timmy C won the SAG award last week, and he's like our favorite guy in the world right now. But he's only 29, I think. He's got his whole career to win an Oscar, and he's going to win tons. Um, I'm glad Adrian Brody got this. I think he deserved it for sure.
Um, I do want to make a point, like people that are mad about Timmy C not winning. He was nominated for the wrong movie.
He was
Let's
nominated for the wrong movie. I
let's
agree.
let's back up. If you would have told me Timmy's first Oscar was not for Dune Part Two, I'd been like, yeah, right. Okay, so no, Adrian Brody definitely. If you're comparing Adrian Brody to like Dune Two, Timmy C, now we're gonna have an argument.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, Adrian Brody was fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic.
You got to
Emotional
have a good
performance,
performance to like keep people engaged in a movie like that.
absolutely. You don't see a lot of actors can't enthrall you, keep you like invested for 3.5 hours. Adrian Brody already showed how elite he was in The Pianist, and he goes back and he just does another good job here. The emotional, and you can kind of tell how much he's matured too between the two films. Like
Hmm.
he is
Yeah,
just
he got married, had kids and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
and
very,
he took a
very,
break from acting for a while.
he's very, very good at this. And he's very, very good in this movie. And emotionally, like you feel for him the whole movie. So yeah, no, he was great, and he definitely deserves this.
Yep. Um, and then the last three awards that we're going to talk to all went to the same movie. Best director went to Sean Baker for Nora. I'm not upset with that. Denny should have gotten a nom. Whatever. We're not going to harp on that. Everybody knows how we feel. But Sean Baker did a great job with Honora. Whenever you watch it, you'll agree. I mean, it's a wonderfully shot and edited and written movie. Um, all of which he won Oscars for tonight. And then you got Mikey Madison as Best Actress. Yes, 100% yes. She was 100% the best in this category this year. I know Demi Moore like had some hype, but I'm glad that Mikey Madison won. She definitely deserved it. Um, it was kind of cool. Sean Baker was able to thank Tarantino for casting Mikey Madison in Once Upon a Time, because if it wasn't for that, he might have never found her.
Right. Right.
Kind of full circle. And then obviously Anora won Best Picture. So Anora damn near swept every category it was in. It went 5 for 6. I'm happy with that. I think out of all of these movies, like Anora and The Brutalist and like the Archie Farchie movies that get nominated, The Substance, whatever. I think Anora is the best one for sure. Fantastic movie, fantastic acting all the way around, fantastic directing. Um, I'm just glad Amelia Perez didn't win. Dune should have won, but that's okay. Anora is a great movie. Whenever you watch it, I know you're gonna love it. Um, yes. So. Congrats to Nora on the big night. Congrats
Big
to Mike
winner.
Madison and Sean
Big
Baker. I saw Sean Baker was the first ever director or the first ever person to win for best directing, best editing, best screenplay, and best picture. He like won all four of the awards he was nominated for. He's the first ever director to do that. Super cool, I think. So good for him.
And he
Uh,
gave one of the best
he gave
speeches
a
of the
hell of a
night.
speech. One of his speeches was
Go to the damn movie theaters.
go to the movies. Go to the
Come
movie.
on.
Yeah, that was cool. He used that moment to say
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. Like, you can talk about anything.
Yep.
And, like some people don't even pay attention to the speeches, but like that is something that is very like, especially an event like that where where people are coming together to watch movies. And it is a sense of community, dude. Just think about all the good movies we've seen together, and people are laughing, they're cheering, they're standing up in their seat, and it literally feels like you're one big family. You got to go to the movie theater to watch these movies. He's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's why they make them.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, dude. Good for him. I'm glad he did that with one of his speeches. Um, and then before we wrap up Oscars, that's all the winners and everything. What'd you think of Conan? I think Conan did a good job.
I was very actually like I have no like opinion on Conan. He's just kind of there for me always. Like he's a celebrity I just don't really like even think about. When you think about hosts, you think about Trevor Noah or Nikki Glazer or Jimmy Kimmel, all those people, Jimmy Fallon even. Um, but yeah, no, like he did a great job tonight. I thought he did a pretty good job. I think all the people that presented awards did a really good job. They had some really cool like duos come up, and I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. And yeah, I can't stop thinking about the opening. I really can't.
Yeah, the opening was unreal. But yeah, I think Conan did a good job. You could tell like he had the energy. A lot of Oscars hosts are just kind of mundane and boring. But he had the energy all night. Didn't really dive too deep into like political jokes, which is kind of refreshing because I feel like that's what you always get. That's what we would have gotten with Kimmel, you know. But I think Conan did a good job. The James Bond tribute was kind of eh. I don't know. I think they should have gotten the actual singers for those songs,
I couldn't get Adele. I'm confused.
like Adele or Billy. Like, come
Was
on.
Adele busy?
Um, I will say Lisa's cover of "Live and Let Die" was really
Yeah,
good. I
absolutely.
enjoyed that
No, that
one.
was good. Also, why do this year when a James Bond movie did not come out?
I saw that. I saw someone tweeted that too. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of random.
Didn't one
It's
just
weirdly coming off of the news that like the IP of James Bond just got sold to Amazon like last week. So that's just kind of weird timing. Yeah, like the creator of James Bond basically like sold the franchise to Amazon. So, which is weird,
we should have
but
just got who was going to play the new James Bond? We should have got the new actor.
maybe it's Margaret Qualley.
It's
That's why
Doja
she
Cat.
was in.
It's
That's why
Doja
she
Cat.
was in it. It's Doja Cat. But yeah, so we made it through another Oscars. I'm excited to see, what we get next year. And I can't wait for the Dune 3 Revenge Tour.
Timmy C fans, do not worry.
They're coming for everything. Zendaya, Timmy C, Florence, Denis, the Sandworm. Everyone's winning everything. Best picture, best director, best score. It's going to sweep, and I can't wait for it.
Absolutely.
All right, so that rounds out the Oscars. We got a whole lot of movie news and trailers this week. So we're gonna kind of go through all that. The first thing that came out this week, literally, I think on Monday, so kind of early in the week, we got the trailer for season 2 of Andor. Um, let's go. Can't wait. You watched Andor, right?
Yeah, they I'm I don't even know what to say because I was like Andor season one was like the last that came out before Kenobi, right? So it's Andor and then
I
Kenobi.
think it came out after Kenobi.
Okay, well, so this would be like Star Wars reeling me back in for like hype since like Kenobi because like even with Andor, when the trailers came out, we didn't really know what to expect.
I think
Now
you're
we know.
forgetting Ahsoka too.
Now we know what to expect.
Yeah.
And Diego Luna, I mean, is great. Cassian Andor. I am very, very excited to see like because they made the trailer with like the music and everything look like this is like we're
Yeah.
starting it. Like we're gonna be in a full rebellion. Like they are gonna be all over the place causing havoc, and I'm so ready because you just know it's gonna happen for like
The build up to the events of Rogue One.
yeah, like that, and you're just gonna get elite cameos. I feel like in this season.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. Not, I thought the song choice for the trailer was interesting. That's like the first time I can ever think of the Star Wars IP like using an existing
What I'm
song
saying. That's
other
why I
than the
liked it.
score. Yeah, it was
Change it.
very different. It was very different.
I've
But
been
yeah,
doing the
no,
same shit.
Andor's different from the shows like Ahsoka or Kenobi or Mando. Like it's much more dramatic. It's more
Gritty,
so for adults. Like I don't think kids would enjoy it, even though like Star Wars is intended for kids, but Andor is not. Like it is, it's a very mature, different, darker show. Black
gritty,
and white.
down to earth, street
Everyone
level.
loved season 1, and it has been a while. So very glad we're getting season 2. I think it starts in April. Um, Great trailer. I'm sure we'll probably get another trailer before it comes out. But yeah, no, very excited for that. Hopefully, can kind of refuel our Star Wars um, things.
Yeah,
Like
man,
yeah,
all these people that like Marvel and even Harry Potter, they're kind of like they're in heaven right now. They're getting all these like new movies, new TV shows. Harry Potter's getting a
DC,
new TV, huh?
DC's the
Yeah,
same way.
DC, which we'll talk about in a second. Um, Star Wars has just been doing the same shit for 50 years, and they're just like, oh yeah, they'll keep coming back, and they're right, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be happy about it. So Andor was definitely a breath of fresh air, and I think the Acolyte they tried to do the same thing, and it just the stuff they kind of went back on in that show made other characters not important, which is stupid. That's the whole point of the original. But yeah, no, with Andor you don't really have to be canon because it's like you don't have to go into the whole force side of things because it's down to earth. Like you're just getting real people, which we don't get that much in Star Wars. We follow the same bloodline forever. Even Ahsoka, who is trained by Anakin. So like you're still getting that branch off. Same thing with like Mandalorian's a little bit different, and that's why the first two seasons were so like really really good. And you kind of got back to that with Andor season one. Andor season two, I have very very high expectations for, which are gonna get me in trouble because Star Wars has a tendency to piss me off.
No, I don't think Andor's going to piss you off. I think they took their time on it, and I think that show's going to be great.
And I do love Diego Luna, like
Yeah.
he's awesome.
Yeah. And then I didn't even have this in the outline, but speaking of Star Wars, Sean Levy's Star Wars movie starring Ryan Gosling is only set 5 years after the event of Rise of Skywalker, and I think is like set is supposed to include characters from the saga. We are done with that saga. I'm over it. They've been doing it since 76. Was that the first one?
It's
They've
before
been doing
that.
it
It's
for
before that.
50 years. So
What more do you want to say about the Skywalker saga? I just don't get it. Like the more you go into it, the more you're just gonna piss fans off. Here's an idea. I came up with this by myself. Y'all listen. How about we explore other parts of the Star Wars universe? I know it's a crazy thought. I understand that. But we have a whole like height of the Jedi Empire Jedi Sith battles that they talk about in the prequels, where there's no bloodline of the Skywalker saga. What are we doing? You have so much to explore there. So much. Don't
yeah,
do
yeah.
this.
No, when
Don't
I
do
saw that
this.
was announced, like I already think Ryan Gosling being cast in this is weird. Like I feel like Star Wars is kind of known for like casting not as big of actors at the time that
Yeah.
they cast. Like
Yeah.
kind of, Daisy Ridley was new, Adam Driver was kind of newer to the
Yeah,
scene when he got casted.
when you go through the shows are different, but when you go through the movies, you like
You don't have
you
those big
right,
A-lister
Ewan
stars.
McGregor, Natalie Portman,
Hayden Christensen.
Keira Knightley, like people like that. And I know I'm forgetting people, so don't like get mad at me. But like then you have like in the originals, like Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, like they're big now. They weren't
Hmm.
back then.
Yeah.
And then again, like John Boyega, Daisy Ridley, Oscar Isaac
Oscar
was,
Isaac.
I mean, he was still like people knew who
That
he was,
definitely
but
skyrocketed him though.
yeah, don't
Yeah,
do
no, I think
this.
that's kind of weird. Ryan Gosling is a great actor. He's in great movies, but I just do not see the fit here. I guess we'll just have to see. Sean Levy usually doesn't disappoint, so we'll see. But I'm still pissed that it's tied to the Skywalker saga, but whatever. I'm more excited for James Mangold's movie that he's like tackling like the origin of the Jedi. But who knows when we'll see that movie.
Probably never, because remember it was rumored for a long time that the Russo brothers wanted to do the um the Jedi like I'm blanking on the name, but they wanted to do a trilogy of like the height of the Jedi Empire. So
Would be nice, but whatever. We just got what we got right now. So that's our Star Wars talk and rant. Yeah, excited for Andor. We'll definitely be talking. And they're releasing those in 3 episode chunks, so the whole thing will be out in a month, which I like. I love that. And I know that they said each set of 3 episodes takes place is like they're a year apart, leading up
gotcha.
to the events of Rogue One. So, very excited for that. Another new fun trailer that we got this week was for Death of a Unicorn, new movie from A24. Looks like an original film. I don't know if it's based on a book or anything, but Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, Will Poulter, really good, like little leading three right there, and some other people that you recognize. But looks like a fun time. Looks like a very unique, silly, goofy movie. Maybe it might have like some aspects of horror, kind of a horror comedy. Um, yeah, no, I thought the new trailer was good, and it comes out pretty soon too. So I'll definitely be checking it out.
Yeah, full cast. I think we love all three of them, obviously. Um, it is very it looks original. I agree with you. I think it's gonna be a little horror comedy type deal, but focuses more on the comedy. It's A24, right? A24 always are usually really good. They got a great cast to do it with. If you're gonna do comedy, you got three really good people who are gonna be funny. And Jenna Ortega's besides like Mia Goth is trying to get, be the face of
The
like a
Scream
Scream
Queen.
Queen type deal. So, no, I think it'll be good. Death of a Unicorn. I can't tell you the last movie I've seen with a unicorn in it. So, it being like kind of the ones from Shazam 2. Sorry, that's the ones I remember. But yeah, it could be like they're getting their revenge. That unicorn's just going around stabbing people with his horn. It probably would be hilarious and Paul Rudd one-liners or something I live for. So
Yeah. No, so I'm excited for that. Kind of different from all the big like blockbusters we're getting. Just kind of a silly A24 movie with a good little cast. Looks fun. Another movie that we are just stoked for got a new trailer this week, and that is the Minecraft movie. Minecraft movie got a new trailer, and I was talking to you about this earlier today. I saw the trailer for it in theaters today. That movie looks so bad that I think I'm gonna love it. I don't know why. It looks so unbelievably stupid that I think I'm gonna find enjoyment in it. I do think the animation is very unique, at least like the Minecraft aspect of it. I think having real people in the Minecraft world looks a bit off, but I think like all the animation of the creatures and the blocks and everything looks really good. But the with like real people in that atmosphere, it just looks a little off and kind of fake. But it's just I think they're just leaning into the stupidity of the movie. I don't know. The new trailer, I definitely laughed a couple times. Like I'm gonna go see this opening weekend. It's probably gonna be a dog shit movie, but
There will
I
be a review on this podcast of the Minecraft movie.
I think it's gonna
So
be so funny. So it might be pretty good.
I don't know. When we saw the first when the Minecraft movie was announced and it was announced who was in it, I was like, oh no, like this is bad. This is bad. Like I already don't like where this is going. Because you can kind of think of really good ideas for a Minecraft movie, especially an animated one, I feel like.
Yeah.
Now, look, me and Cole both know that this movie is going to be tailor made for an audience much younger than us. We get it. Like, we know that. But that doesn't take away from how stupid the trailer was. It just, yeah, you laugh, but like, I don't know. It's almost going to become like a hate watch for me because I know I'm just going to not like it at all. And it's going to make every 10-year-old in the theater laugh. And I'm just going to be here like, please
You
put
know
me
you're
out of
gonna
my
laugh. You
misery.
know you're gonna laugh.
I don't know. I kind of wish I would have done like an animated like
An
Minecraft
animated
movie.
Minecraft movie would be sick
It
too,
would be
but
awesome. And there's so many stories you could tell with it too. There's so much lore in Minecraft that people don't know about.
this movie's gonna make at least a billion, though.
Oh no, I
No,
don't see how it would not.
no joke. Minecraft's the highest, like highest selling game of all time. There are millions upon millions of kids that play it every single day, and there are millions and millions of kids and young adults like us that grew up playing it that are gonna go check it out because some of our most fun gaming has been on Minecraft, like
I mean,
back in the day.
Minecraft has been out for half of our lifetime.
Yeah,
It's
no.
absurd.
Yeah. Honestly, kind of surprised they didn't get a movie out before this, but I'm kind of excited for it. I think it's going to be just a stupid, nothing of a movie, but it's going to be silly and like be fun. So, um, yeah. So that's the new Minecraft trailer.
I cannot wait to see the first reviews. I can't wait.
Yeah, I actually think that it's being screened somewhere like next week or
Oh, I
something
can't wait.
at like maybe some Game Awards or something
Yeah.
or
Obviously, we don't care about like reviews or anything, but I do want to see what people say about it, or initially.
yeah. Um. All right. So some other big news that we got this week. We got some DC news, some updates from James Gunn. The big thing that I took away was that he confirmed that a Teen Titans movie's in the works. Um, hell yeah, I'm pumped. We love the Teen Titans. I don't think, did he clarify if it was animated or live action? I don't know if he did.
I don't remember him doing that. I don't
He
remember.
just said a Teen Titans movie's in the works, which whether it's live action or animated, like we're gonna be there. We grew up on the Teen Titans. I still think it's one of the best like cartoons ever. I know you probably agree with me. And I mean a bunch of other DC news was announced too. That's just like the main one that I pinpointed. But we got the first look at Hal Jordan and um,
Jonathan Stewart.
John Stewart. Is that his name?
Yeah, yeah.
As Green Lantern.
Oh, they look so good.
Yeah.
It's like two really good castings.
Yeah. I think that movie's gonna or show. It's a show, right? I think it's a show.
Lanterns is a
Lantern.
show.
Um, it's gonna be good. James Gunn is cooking. He also announced a Starfire show. And a couple other like shows and things. I think he said so he's got like a I think it's like a 6 or 7 year plan from when Superman comes out. That in 6 or 7 years he wants all of everything to culminate in an Avengers Endgame like level movie, which will probably be a version of Crisis on Infinite Earths,
Yeah, DC has
most
like
likely.
DC has a ton. You could do a number of things. I would assume it's gonna be Crisis on Infinite Earths. When people think of DC like mega thing, they're gonna. I think they think of Crisis on Infinite Earths. You have like alternate universe stuff with like Kingdom Come and Injustice, obviously. Um, but that's like alternate reality. If Crisis on Infinite Earths is like the main universe, it's not an alternate reality, so I would imagine they do that.
Yeah. And it sounds like once Superman comes out, like they are going to be cranking DC content out. He said 7 projects a year is what they're aiming for. That's even more than Marvel does. I think he said 2 live action movies, 2 animated movies, um, like 2 animated shows and 1 live action show a year.
I gotta give it to James Gunn because like I think the animated movie route is very, very smart.
Hmm.
Because
I
the way
agree.
they did Creature Commandos with like Rick Flag, Grillo, what's his first name? Frank. Like he is playing him in like a live action version of something, but he also does his voice. So like you're not gonna have that. You're gonna have like continuity as you go forward, and you know he's gonna do that with the rest of the stuff. And I think animated movies are a smart way to go. You see how much success animated movies have had, especially last year. Like Inside Out made $1 billion, right? And that, like you have a very people like animated movies, especially with like Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse did so well. Like you could do something like that. So I think that's a smart way to go. Um, 2 live action films. Like, so he said, so Superman is one, right? Like that is,
The jump star. Well, we already got Creature Commandos this
yeah.
year or last
So for
year.
this year, how many projects are we getting?
I'm not entirely sure, but Superman's like in July. I don't know when Lanterns.
Yeah, I've heard so many rumors about shows like the Clayface movie.
Hmm?
Now we have the Teen Titans thing that DC posted a picture of Nightwing as the leader. That will be very interesting to see because you know the two shows are Robin. So
Yeah. No, so lots of DC stuff coming our way over the next couple years. I'm excited. Hopefully we finally get like DC will finally be able to like, rival Marvel.
yeah, man, it all Creature Commandos was like very successful, like
Did
like
you watch it?
critically successful. Huh?
Did you watch any of it?
I want to watch it. I really do.
I haven't yet
I've
either.
heard it's good.
Yeah.
Um, like the critics like it. It really just starts with Superman. How well does Superman do? How well is it received? Again, we know that critics probably have comic book movie fatigue. So like if the initial reviews come out and they're not good, don't freaking think about it. Just go see it for yourself. So we will see, and especially with dude, if Superman does not do well and Fantastic Four just like blows everybody out of the water, not going to be a good look for DC to start this whole new regime.
Yeah.
But he put a lot of hype around this plan. But it's all how does it come together? How does it fit together? And if it's actually watchable.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, that's a lot of DC stuff. We'll just kind of have to see. Um, Staying in the superhero genre, we got news that a Punisher special is in the works. John Bernthal, I think I saw he was like helping write or produce it. We've gotten the special presentation. Which ones? We've gotten the Werewolf by Night, which was really good, really, really,
Outstanding.
really, really cool, like little hour special, and then the Guardians holiday special was really good. Those are
Yeah,
I
two for
think the
two on the
only
specials. Two for
yeah, that's the
two.
only two they've done. I'm curious to see how they do a Punisher story like that. I imagine it'll just be Frank Castle on a cool little mission or something. But the fact that John Berthold's coming and he's like helping create it, um, very cool. Especially like announcing that like during the hype of Daredevil coming out, this week.
Oh.
So yeah, no, stoked for that. I still want maybe they will. I still want them to do a Punisher show. Oh my God,
I
that'd be
would
so
love it,
good.
man.
But we'll have to see. But very excited for a special at least. We're getting more John Bernthal's Punisher, so that's a
Oh,
hell
he's
yeah.
so good as Frank Castle, y'all. He's so good.
Yeah, he is. He's unreal. On my
You talk
rewatch
about
of
perfect
Daredevil,
castings in the MCU. He's like up there.
yeah. On my rewatch of Daredevil, dude, I just forgot how unreal he is as that character, and then he's even better in the actual show than he is in
Yeah,
Daredevil.
yeah.
Um, so I'm definitely gonna probably rewatch Punisher soon. So yeah, very pumped for that. Another little teaser we got this week. We got the teaser for Shrek 5 coming out next, like around next Christmas, 2026. I know you're not the biggest Shrek guy. I have always absolutely loved Shrek. Um, my mom said it was my favorite movie when I was like a baby. I would call it Moon
Oh,
because
because of the
of
dream.
the DreamWorks Moon at the
Nice.
beginning of the movie. I'd be like, I want to watch Moon. Um, I love three out of the four Shrek movies. Um, I think the whether you like are huge on them or not, I think it's two of the best voice castings of all time in Mike Myers and Eddie
Oh
Murphy.
yeah, yeah.
The talent's there. Cameron Diaz is great as well, and then everyone else that they have tag along. For this one, we saw that Zendaya is going to be playing their daughter. I think her name is Felicia. Um, Yeah, there was a lot of uproar about this little teaser this week on Twitter. People were complaining about the new animation style. I know you're not huge on Shrek, but like, what do you think about the new kind of updated animation style?
I mean, I just feel like if you're gonna bring him back, like don't change too much of the original animation style. That's what makes people like them in the first place. They want to see it, you know, kind of the same as the original. I think the teaser was just putting it out there. They're gonna make changes. I don't have any doubt that the people that are in charge of this are not gonna be like, okay, let's make sure that we, get it looking right. Like, dude, I was seeing close-ups of Shrek, Donkey, like everybody, and I was like, you are being a little bit too picky. Like, I know a lot of people do like Shrek. Again, it's not my favorite. When I think of DreamWorks, I think like Over the Hedge, stuff like that. Personally, not to say that when I hear uh the Smash Mouth All Star, like I don't think immediately of Shrek, obviously. Um, but yeah, no, I think people are complaining a little bit too much. Like animation has changed since then, so don't like we've seen
Yeah,
how much animation has changed. So don't
yeah.
come on.
I hope they don't change it too much. I think the new trailer looked a little bit more like cartoony. They're kind of going with the Puss in Boots style animation that came out for that movie a couple years ago. I mean, DreamWorks is clearly up to their game with animation, so they don't necessarily want to stick with the exact same thing they've always done, which I understand. I kind of understand both sides of the argument. Don't change it up too much. Fans fell in love with the original for a reason, and I think you want to keep that. But I think, upgrading it a little bit is not the end of the world. So, but
Yeah.
regardless of that, I'm excited for the movie. I'm going to be 27 years old watching Shrek 5, and you best believe I'm going to be there opening weekend, probably on Christmas Day, honestly, with the fam. That would, God, that'd be crazy. 27 years old, Shrek 5. But they got the entire original cast returning, which is sick.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll get several more like major castings
And
for
then
voice
you just
stuff.
have like one of the biggest A-list celebrities in Hollywood right now. Why not? Because you
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Zendaya is a busy, busy, busy
Woman, bro,
woman.
she's got so many things coming out next year.
And she's
She
got
got
planned a wedding.
she got Planning a Wedding. She's got Euphoria. She's got Dune 3. She's got Spider-Man. She's got The Odyssey, and she's got Shrek 5. Unreal. She's a bit. Her and Tom Holland are busy. They're employed. They're very, very much employed. So yeah, I'm excited for Shrek. It'll be a long time till we get any more probably info about it, but yeah, be looking forward to that. Um, Last little bit of news. We have to talk about. Um, Kevin Feige is going to kill someone. Apparently one of the artists working on concept art for Doomsday uploaded their work on like their personal like profile website or whatever. They were the website was quickly deleted and everything, but everyone has the screenshots. Um, kind of, I saw some people saying that maybe it was intentional to kind of get people hype. Marvel did it on purpose to kind of hype people up. I don't know. Uh, but some of the concept art it was unreal. Um, and if there's anyone I can trust to bring all this crap together and make it look good, it's the Russo brothers. They've proven they can do it, and I think they can do it again. What did you think about the concept art?
Dude, I texted you as soon as I got on Twitter that day. I don't think you were even up yet.
I wasn't
I had
awake.
class. Look, the hardest part about what the MCU has always done since the first Avengers is how can you get a group of characters in the same movie and make them all interesting and give them all like proper screen time? The Russo brothers have done it, and they've done it specifically for Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame, and they cooked all four times.
Oh, and Winter Soldier too.
Well, yeah, but that was well. They just had who was in that Black Widow, Anthony Mackie. Yeah, I guess you're right. I was talking about like big crossovers, a
Yeah,
lot of
big.
characters.
Yeah, they can
So
handle it very well.
yeah, they've done a great job every time. If I am going to pick anybody from my pick of the litter to do this, it's literally between them and literally Zack Snyder. Like those are the two that have shown that they can do it.
I wouldn't even trust Zack Snyder with it.
I
I
mean, he
think
did a great job. Look, Justice League is awesome. Whatever.
his cut.
His cut is awesome. Anyways, I digress. What you can do, like, so I've already seen the pictures. I'm not going to go too in depth in them, but they've shown like a lot of things that some of them we even have questions about. Like, where is White Vision? How is Doctor Doom going to transfer into this? Like, where's Hulk and She-Hulk going to be in this? Like, some questions, like, even like the Young Avengers, what are they going to look like? We have answers to all of that. There's still a lot of questions. I think the biggest one is like, okay, Secret Wars and Doomsday, like, how are you going to base this off of? What are you going to go off of? It looks like from everything I've seen on Twitter and who are much more comic avid readers than I am, is based off a 2015 Secret Wars storyline that Jonathan Hickman wrote. However, the problem is we don't have the other, we haven't seen either of the two main characters in that story, and it's Reed Richards and Doctor Doom. We're getting one of them this year, and
Maybe
we have
two.
hopefully two. I really hope we see
We'll
Doctor
definitely get
Doom.
a teaser of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. And Secret Wars, if you don't know, if you don't know anything about it, is one of like it is a legit sick storyline. It's so cool. You realize like how small these heroes are in the grand scheme of things. Even Galactus is small in the grand scheme of things. You learn so much more about so many characters. It's so cool. I trust the Russo brothers to bring it to life. I have nothing but faith in them. But your biggest question is, how do you get there? And we still have movies to figure that out. So with Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four and the other movies that come out before it, how do you get us to that point is going to be huge. So
Yeah, I think Fantastic Four is going to be like the huge, you know, start of all
yeah.
that. I
I
don't
think
think
you and I both think that the Thunderbolts is like gonna be
it's
a
going to be
down to
just
earth thing.
another
Like,
kind of grounded story.
yeah, almost like and I don't even think we're gonna get a I don't see how they would mention the multiverse like they did in Captain America in the end credit scene. At least the leader is like a genius. So unless Sentry has some part to play in it, which I really
Yeah.
don't think he does, we'll see, man. I'm very excited. I've never been more hyped.
Yeah.
Like after that, I think it was on purpose, personally.
Yeah. They got so we got images. It looks like um a storyline in the comics on Battle World, which is just
A
like
Secret
another
Wars,
planet or
yeah, that is
another universe.
yeah, that is a whole Secret
But
Wars
we
storyline.
saw like an Emperor version of Doom with Sue Storm as his wife at his side, and Yelena was there. Who
Strange
else?
was there.
Who? Strange. Yeah,
Strange, yep.
Strange was there. Then we got a picture of all of the young Avengers, starting with Kamala Khan and Kate Bishop and
Wanda's kids,
Wanda's kids,
and
and
then I think Wong and Star-Lord
Wong
were,
was there. Yeah, there was a picture of Star-Lord with White Vision. Um, and then there was a picture of a new T'Challa. I'm sure that'll just be another T'Challa in another universe. I don't
yeah,
think they're recasting him.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, no, looks like we got some sick stuff. If Secret Wars is I mean, they start filming it next month. If it's actually supposed to come out next April or May, whenever it's scheduled, like the fact that they're about to do all of this in a year is, you know, I don't
yeah.
know.
No, like I
I don't know
said,
how they're gonna do it.
there's some work to do, um, not by the Russo brothers, like it's just by the MCU as a whole. So you got to get moving, and Thunderbolts, I don't think is gonna have any really big part in it. So then that leaves you one movie to do it. Um, and we'll just
Yeah,
have to see. I get kind of nervous because with them going the whole Kang route, you kind of put yourself behind with everything that happened. Um, but I mean, I just think there's so many loose ends that aren't even like relatively close to being like
tied
reeled
up.
in before you do that.
Yeah, they definitely have their work cut out for them. I think a lot more than they even did with Endgame because Endgame, people were invested in those stories and everything tied together. We've gotten so much crap since Endgame that like people forget. Like we've had so many movies and shows, it's unreal. There's so many new characters that people are forgetting that are just out there now, and we haven't heard anything from.
And at
So
least with like the Infinity Saga, like you felt like it was being weaved together, and this one's just not being weaved together.
yeah, no, for sure. I completely agree. I think this is going to be a much, much, much harder task for the Russos than the Infinity War and Endgame were. But I trust them. They're legends. They're
Um,
have proven to be able to direct comic book movies successfully with big ensemble cast. I trust them.
is it Secret Wars then Doomsday or Doomsday then Secret?
Doomsday's first.
Okay, so that could actually help because if you could do a whole thing with Doomsday and him going like, going from reality to reality and messing everything up. And Secret Wars, they all need to kind of like be together and be ready and be the Avengers and everything. For Doomsday, you could probably because I don't know like off the top of my head, there's not like a Doomsday comic. There's not a storyline for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see. I don't know. The images were sick. It definitely got me excited. Like you said, I think they definitely could have been leaked on purpose.
Yeah,
Kind of just see what people thought, get people talking about it, get the word out. So that starts filming either this month or next, and supposedly comes out next year. So
yeah,
obviously, me and you are beyond pumped for that, and I think Fantastic Four is gonna kind of launch us to that trajectory. So yeah,
yeah.
pumped for
With
Doomsday.
Marvel, we're taking it one project at a time. So it's Daredevil
Oh
on
boy.
Thursday. We're taking it one
No,
project at a time.
no, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
You told us
brother.
Thursday the whole time.
It could even drop Monday night. I don't know if they've
I'm all
adjusted
here
their
for it. So
schedule.
we get. Oh my God, could you imagine we get it tomorrow?
Yeah, if we get it tomorrow night, maybe. Disney usually releases their crap like at the ash crack of dawn. So if they kind of go by Apple TV's book and release it the night before, like 8 or 9 o'clock, you get so many more people to watch it when it dropped and talk about it. So I think that's what they should do, but we don't know yet. We'll just have to see. But by this time next week, we will have watched the first two episodes of Daredevil Born Again.
Yes,
So
we will have.
huge, 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 huge. So yeah, that's Doomsday and Marvel stuff. All right, so that rounds out all of our news and trailers and everything. Um, Last but not least, obviously, we wanted to talk about Severance. Um, what was this, episode 7? Right? So we got three left. Um, this episode of Severance, I don't even know where to begin. Me and you both agree, and you even tweeted it and texted me. It is one of the best episodes of any television show in the history ever, like ever. Um, it is shot so incredibly beautifully. It is absolutely heartbreaking and dark and twisted, but it's beautiful and has, is so emotional and everything. This the director, it's her first ever time directing anything. Apparently, she's been a cinematographer on the show, but this is her first time like actually directing an episode. Dude, I mean, you, I know you agree with me. Like, it literally left me speechless the night I watched it. Everyone on Twitter has been talking about it nonstop since it aired. Um, it is just, I don't even know where to begin.
It it makes you realize that filmmaking, cinematography, all of that, it is an art. And oh my God, like it is beautifully chaotic, jumping back and forth, the lighting in certain scenes, the transitions are stunning. I mean, I just do not, I cannot get over this episode. I've never, there are a very few list of episodes where I got done with it and I was like, I just was speechless. I can't even describe, like, those 50 minutes felt about like 15. And when you talk about like for overall like story driven acting, where this fits into the whole grand scheme of things, you realize like how important this episode is. And sometimes like people just drop like bombshells on you and like just hit it head on. This episode did not do that. Like this episode tried to confuse you at first, and the way they were doing it, you were like trying to figure it out. The ending, the last scene is absolutely rips your heart out, throws it on the floor, spits on it, stabs it 3 times, and just throws it in your face. It is it is literally an art. It is one of the best episodes of television I've ever seen in my life. IMDb has it at a 9.5 right now. That is like one of the highest rated episodes ever. I know it's the highest episode of the series. It's perfect, dude. It really is. I've never, and like when you get done with it, all you can do is just run everything back in your mind and just keep replaying it. I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I literally could go on and on about this episode. I did not expect that on episode 7. I was expecting that on like later, and it makes you realize like Ben Stiller can do it whenever he wants. He has us hooked, and after last week, like remember episode 6, me and you kind of talked about it, like one of the weaker episodes of the series, like um
Yeah,
and
5 and 6 were just kind of like, I feel like filler.
and then episode 7 just
Propelled. Yep. Yep. I still will say I am with the each episode I just get more and more questions, which is definitely frustrating, but it adds to the excitement of it too. Like I feel like we kind of sort of got some answers a
we got
little bit,
answers.
but there's still so many more questions. Like we still don't know how she died or like how she got down to Lumen. Um, we don't still exactly know what they're doing down there. Obviously, they're putting her through a bunch of like severance tests, maybe testing it to like bring it to market one day. But then there's the evil doctor who's like doing all the experimenting on her and everything. There's those other the people that are watching on like the security cams or whatever. They're watching everything Mark and Helly and all them do. Um, there's just so much going on, and I'm still just like I can't comprehend. But we did see that one of the rooms is Cold Harbor, which is the project Mark's been working on. Um, we still don't know what that means. We know he's close to completing it. So I guess we'll see, once he's done. But uh, I still don't really know what Lumen's doing. But this episode was unreal. Absolutely heartbreaking. You finally get more of the backstory between Mark and Gemma, and you get to experience their love life for the duration of the episode until it just rips your heart out at the end. But then in the middle of all that, it's like intertwining scenes of her down under, being tested on and all this stuff. She tries to escape. Milchek stops her. So much stuff. Like genuinely, it's up there with like the Ozymandias and the Battle of the Bastards of the world. Those type of caliber episodes. If not top five, it's a top 10 TV episode of all time. I don't know if I've ever seen. I mean, I was late to Game of Thrones. I didn't start watching live until the final season, and a lot of people were talking about it, but this is without a doubt the most talked about TV show probably of my life that I've been a part of. Um, I know Game of Thrones probably was, but like I said, I got there late. So yeah, no, it's unreal. Everyone at work's talking about it. My parents are even watching it. Like it's taken over the world. Ben Stiller's a mad genius. The fact that he did that, and then he had his silly little Oscars thing, tonight. Um, he can just do it all. He's a genius. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, a lot of questions. But for a character that we knew next to nothing about, and what I feel like we learned from her in that episode, felt like we got 2 seasons worth of her. Um, Makes you just like crush for Mark, crush. I mean, you're like scared and sad for Gemma. Um, I just,
I just
man,
don't. I just really want to know what happened to her. Like, how was she? Was she in a car crash? How did Mark never see the body? Like, how did she get down there? It seems like she's still Gemma, so maybe she knew that they were going to take her away or something. I don't know. I don't know.
maybe she was in a really bad car accident and she didn't die. Maybe she got put in the hospital and maybe after the car accident, they might find her memories of like losing a child and then being in a car accident, almost passing away. And that's why they presented it to her like Severance. Or maybe she went ahead after that she lost the baby. And man, it's shot I just don't get it. Like, I did not expect it. And I think the problem is like with 2 episodes back to back where you can kind of leave it, take it or leave them, and you get this one just like I didn't see it coming. I was blindsided by it, but it's one episode that like when you remember Severance, you're gonna remember a lot of things, but when you remember like an episode, you're probably gonna remember an episode like this.
Yeah. No, truly, just I'm so thankful to be alive at the same time as Severance. Like, it's just one of those things. It is just unreal. It's taken over the world. I don't know how many seasons the show is going to run for. I hope it runs for 100 seasons, but we'll just have to see, when it's all said and done, where it ranks in those shows of all time. But I definitely I have a feeling they could be top three, if not higher. So we'll just have to see. I still have a million bajillion questions. We don't really know how Mark's doing. He finally woke up at the very end of the episode.
He looked like he had seen a ghost.
Yeah, he's been through it. Yeah, I don't know. Next week's episode is only like 36 minutes or
Yeah,
something.
that's a crime, Ben. He went out there and did that on the Oscar stage, and he knew what he was doing to us. It's a crime.
Yeah, but truly, truly unreal television.
Also, Adam Scott and I don't. What's Gemma's real name? Do you know at the top of your head?
I don't entirely know how to pronounce it. Hold up. Deechin. I know that's how you say your first name. Deechin Lockman.
Okay. Those
Um,
two, they 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 were incredible.
especially her,
Just
especially her.
two absolutely perfect acting performances. Um, and the chemistry's there, the hurt is there in their eyes, their desperation. Yeah, it's perfect.
She
It's
could win an Emmy or something, or a Golden Globe for this episode alone. Like that's it's just it's unreal. It's absolutely
And
unreal.
if you've been watching the show, you know, like you haven't gotten a lot of her. You knew next to nothing about her, and this whole episode feels like just a freight train hitting you at once.
Yeah.
But
No, truly unreal stuff. We could go on and on and on about it, but we'll just have to keep watching and see what happens. I just know this season's going to end on another insane cliffhanger, and we're gonna have to wait another couple of years. Still trying to like mentally prepare myself for that. But yeah, no, shout out Severance, shout out Deacon Lockman and Adam Scott and Ben Stiller and that director. Unreal stuff. She has, with one episode directed of anything in her life, she has cemented herself as like she's going to be a legend, I
yeah,
feel like.
yeah,
So, good for her. Yeah, that's Severance. That's Severance. Like we said a second ago, next week we're going to be able to talk about two shows. We're going to be able to talk about Daredevil. Let's go! First two episodes of Daredevil come out March 4th, which is Tuesday. So I think maybe we get them tomorrow night. We'll just have to see. Maybe they do them early. I don't know yet. But regardless of that, either Monday or Tuesday, we're going to be watching Daredevil Born Again. Oh my God, we're back. We're so back. I can't wait. I keep seeing all these clips and stuff. I've tried not to watch the clips because I don't want to get anything like I just want to go into it just not knowing what to expect. But yeah, so now we're gonna have two shows to talk about, and then before I know it, we'll have two more to talk about. Andor and um what else is coming out? I can't remember. What other show? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, lots of fun stuff. Um, and then as we always do at the end of every episode, I just want to see what you've been watching this week, and I'll talk to you about what I've been watching. Have you watched anything? I know you've been kind of busy with school. I didn't know
yeah.
if you've gotten into anything.
Busy school week. I will say that Cameron started and pretty far. And I've already actually seen the show, but she's watching Shameless, so I'm kind of like rewatching Shameless because she has it on. It is just, it's like the, it's so funny. It is weird. It's just everything. I don't know. Have you ever seen Shameless?
Not at
Yeah,
all.
it's
Would I like it?
I think you would like it. Dark humor, man. It's pretty dang funny. Um, we recently just just watched or rewatched both Top Guns. I don't even remember the last time I watched Top Gun Maverick. The first Top Gun, I couldn't even tell you. Um, I will say that I don't remember the acting being that bad in the first one, but Tom Cruise definitely has come a long way from that movie. Also, he just always smiles. He just doesn't stop smiling. Um, I don't know if I said this on the last episode. I actually finished Twisted Metal. Did I say that on the last episode?
I don't think so.
Okay, I finished it. Um, is it is it what I wanted? Not really. I think the games are a lot more dark and like I don't want to put like dark, gritty. This one, you know, a lot of jokes are being made and kind of more lighthearted. And I just not like the biggest fan of it compared to the
Yeah, I don't.
games.
I honestly don't even know if I'm gonna watch season two. I know it comes out soon, but just kind of a whatever show. It's not anything spectacular. It's
Not
not just
as
unwatchable, but it's just
yeah.
you
Andy
know
Mackie's great. Like I can't
the
even complain
only
about
the
Andy Mackie.
literal only thing I remember from that show is them having sex in a ball pit. That's just a
Yeah, yeah.
it's just like one place I never thought I'd see a sex scene happen in a movie.
Yeah. No, I think I wanted it to be more like dark and twisted, effed up type stuff. It's not.
You
Um,
know.
oh well.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, like Daredevil starting this week. We're seeing Mickey 17 on Thursday and super stoked.
Yeah. Yeah. So I actually kind of watched a good bit this week, I feel like, more than I have in last week. It's because I'm finally done with Daredevil. I was able to like get back into movie watching. I watched The Platform on Netflix, psychological thriller. Um, have you seen Snowpiercer by Bong
Hmm.
Joon-ho?
Yep.
It's similar to that, like it's like a um it's like a not a like a battle between rich and poor sorta. What is it? What's the concept of Snowpiercer? It's like the rich people are at the front of the train and the poor people are at the back, and then like the poor people get all the scraps and everything. It's kind of a movie similar to that. Very, very weird psychological thriller. It's an hour and a half, quick watch. I'd recommend you watch it. Uh it's in another language. I think it's Spanish maybe. Um but fantastic psychological thriller, really unique concept, similar to like Snowpiercer is what it reminded me of. So that was really good. I watched the Scorsese movie I've never seen before, After Hours. I don't even know if you've heard of
Okay, I've
that.
never seen that. Oh,
Um really weird little movie, different from a lot of other stuff he's done. It's literally just about a guy like trying to get back home after a night out, after hours. So, no, I enjoyed it. That's a lot of fun. I also watched, you might have heard of it, Beautiful Boy with Timmy C
yeah.
and Steve Carell. Dude, oh my God. That is top five most heartbreaking movie I've ever seen in my entire life. You know the concept of it?
Um, I've seen
Timmy
clips on like Twitter and TikTok.
Timmy C's like struggling with really, really bad drug addictions, like
Yeah.
meth addiction, and Steve Carell's his dad, and it's just about like him like trying to help his son, and then Timmy C's like not wanting help, and he keeps relapsing, and it's a heartbreaking, heartbreaking movie, and it is an unreal performance from Timmy C, and Steve Carell both, honestly. It's on Amazon Prime. I definitely give that a rec if you're looking for a good cry.
Awesome.
Um, okay. And then the movie I watched today. Two movies I watched today. So today I watched at home Neja.
Oh, the one
Yes,
that just came out?
the first one. I watched the
Okay,
first
okay,
one at
okay.
home today.
Okay.
Came out in 2019. Chinese animated movie. Me and you, obviously, the last couple weeks have seen the news about the second one, like just absolutely crushing all kinds of box office records. It's about to cross like 2 billion. It's like about to enter like the top five highest grossing movies of all time. It's like surpassing Star Wars and Avengers and all this stuff. Um, so I watched the trailer for the second one, the new one. I was like, this looks sick. The animation looks awesome. But I want to watch the first one before I watch the second one. So I watched the first one today. It was dubbed, and dude, oh my God, the United States sucks at making animated movies.
Uh-oh.
Just like Flow is from Latvia, this is Chinese animation, and it is the sickest animation that I've ever seen. I think it's better animation than Spider-Verse. Like it is unbelievable. And that's just the first one. So I watched the first one. It is so good. And I knew that the second one was playing at a couple theaters around us, like not a lot of like one or two showings a day. So I looked right after I finished the movie. It was 1:15. I looked at my phone, and Neja 2 was playing at Marcus at 1:25. I packed up my pockets and rolled out and hauled ass to the movie theater and watched Neja 2, the one that it's been getting all the hype and blew up and everything. And since it was still in theaters, it was not dubbed, it was subbed, so I had to read subtitles. I was kind of upset about that at first, but I kind of like got into the groove of it. You don't really notice. Dude, dude. It the both of these movies are two of the sickest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. The animation is unfreaking real. Nejat 2 actually released in 25, so it is my number one movie on the year. I gave it a 9.6.
Oh,
5 stars on Letterboxd, bro.
okay.
5 stars
Okay.
on Letterboxd. I don't know when or if you'll ever watch these movies, but oh my God, my eyes have been opened.
Okay,
Uh,
well,
I didn't know I didn't know Chinese animated movies were this freaking good. It's it's
Where
it's unreal.
where did you watch the first one?
Definitely not a legal site.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
definitely not a legal site. But that's okay because I watched the second one legally.
I looked
Uh,
at I'm looking at where to watch the first one. It says YouTube TV.
there's no way.
Don't think so.
I seriously doubt that. Uh, let's see.
Um, I have only heard the most amazing things about that movie, so now with you,
Oh, it actually is on YouTube TV. You can go watch it, bro.
shut up. I know
I
what
don't know
I'm
if it's
doing.
I don't know if it's dubbed or subbed, but it
Who
is, dude.
cares?
I struggled finding it on an illegal site, and it's been on YouTube TV this whole time.
Wait a minute. I just go on YouTube TV and it's on there. We gotta wrap this up, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, yeah, the but they're both just unfreaking real. The last like hour of both of them are just unreal final battles. The animation is unlike anything I've ever seen before. The story is incredible. It's just like literally both of them are like 5 out of 5 or 5 stars movies on Letterboxd.
I just click on it. I got it.
Yeah, you might have to watch it with ads or something since it's on YouTube. I had no idea it was on YouTube. Is it dubbed or subbed?
Hold on, let me look. 无奈前缘三。
Sounds like it's subbed. Well, maybe you can
Hey, there's
mess
a
around.
clip for y'all on the podcast. There you go. Go watch it from that little clip.
Go watch Ne Zha 2. Oh my God,
Well,
it's
now I'm invested. I can easily watch it, and I'm gonna
unfreaking
have to
believable. Yeah,
find.
yeah. You watched the first one. I mean, you're still behind on lots of movies, but add that to your watch list. You got to watch that. You got to watch Flow. You need to somehow find a time to watch Honora or Substance or Long Legs or all these movies. Lots of stuff. But maybe, once you're done with your all your tests and crap, you'll be able to. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of rant and share that a little bit. Really like probably the most spur of the moment, spontaneous movie ticket I've ever bought. It was
Were
just
you
literally 10
the
minutes before the
were,
movie started.
were you the only one in the theater?
No, there were probably about 10 people in there, 10 to 12 people. Uh,
Interesting.
Unbelievable movie. I'm so glad that I got to experience it on the big screen. It is playing at some of the Marcuses, so if you watch the first one, you could go check out the second one.
I
It
do have
is
spring break coming up.
well, I don't know if it'll still be in theaters by then, but it's unbelievable. So,
Surely.
yeah, shout out that movie. Everybody go watch it.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, I think that wraps up the pod. Uh, Episode 9.
Long episode,
We
but
got a long episode, but we had a lot to talk about. Big episode next week.
absolutely.
We got Mickey 17, one of your most anticipated movies from the draft. And another movie, obviously, I'm very excited for, Bong Joon-ho, Robert Pattinson. So we'll see how that is. We're seeing it together on Thursday. And then, yeah, man, we'll be able to talk about Daredevil. I am
Daredevil, Severance.
Daredevil, Severance, and Mickey 17, and along with whatever news and crap we get. So um, I'm stoked. Uh, I know you're excited. So, do you have tests all week? You gonna be able to watch some stuff?
I got a test tomorrow. And I have a test well Monday when they're seeing it, so today. And then I have one Wednesday. So Wednesday's not as bad, don't have to study as much, and then I get a late start on Wednesday, so maybe I won't wake up, watch something before I go to class on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
watch Flow or something short. But yeah, no. So that was long enough. That's episode 9. Thank you guys all for watching and listening. Give us a like. Leave us a comment what you want us to talk about, what you thought about the Oscars or any of these trailers or Severance. Follow us on all of our socials. We're getting a lot of love on TikTok and some of the shorts as well. Getting some good reactions on Twitter. So thank you all for that. Keep
Absolutely.
doing it. Keep doing it. We want to continue to grow and do this for as long as we can.
And I would
Uh,
imagine that we are live reacting as we watch Daredevil as well. So
yeah, one of us will be because unless it's at the ash crack of dawn. But whenever one of us watches it, we will live react for sure. So, but yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Stay tuned for next week, episode 10, big milestone moment. Woo! But until then, we'll see
Peace
you
out,
at the
guys.
movie.
Love you guys.